As China and the U.S. alliance with Taiwan remain at the forefront of East Asia geopolitics, a new PureFlix film provides a cultural view of the island nation through the eyes of a young Christian. Sun Moon is the story of 27-year-old American woman who was left at the altar, only to find God's purpose for her life in Taiwan. Well, joining us is the screenwriter and director of Sun Moon, Sidney Tooley. Sidney, I know your own experiences in Taiwan inspired this screenplay, but first, the film seems quite timely right now, so why Taiwan? And tell us a little bit about the story.
I lived in Taiwan for a year, and I fell in love with the country. And also just the experiences of teaching there, and what is it like being a young student missionary or missionary, or going to another country. And so Taiwan was something I was familiar with. I knew the people, I had the locations, and so that was kind of the launch point for me, where I was like, well, this is doable. And then during COVID, the island didn't actually shut down until later, and so it was actually a really good time for this politically, but also we had access to filming there, so that's kind of how we got started there.
Well, initially, the main character, Kelsey, seems to struggle with the cultural differences, but eventually adjusts. So how many of her challenges in Taiwan are based on your own experience there?
The film is pretty biographical. The challenges of, the dealing with the different bugs, which we cut out a lot of bug things, but that was kind of a big deal. Not being able to speak the language, all of those classroom scenes with the kids are all real dialogue between me and students that I had, or situations other than our earthquake scene that we have. But yeah, dealing with just the kids and students, and how does Eastern thought compare to Western thought, and so a lot of that is all real. And actually, a lot of the students in the scenes are actually my students from 5 years ago.
So tell us how you ended up in Taiwan and how did you get involved in Sun Moon?
So originally, I had finished a film degree at Southern Adventist University, and I kind of walked out with this. I don't really know what I'm going to do with film. I'd always wanted to go and be a missionary and be a teacher overseas, and my parents got a call to go, so they called me and they were like, "Do you want to go? There's a job for you." And I was like, "Yeah, totally. Why not? I don't have anything else going on." I came back and I ended up in Nashville. I went to grad school, and Sun Moon was my capstone, my thesis project. And so it was just getting the screenplay done. And then, there's not, in this industry, you're kind of like, it might happen, it might not happen. I don't know. But timing just happened to be right for this one.
Well, I can't help, I've got to ask you this. So unlike your character in the film, Kelsey, you weren't left at the altar, were you? You didn't.
I was not left at the
Okay.
altar. I know. I was snubbed, but we ramped it up to 1,000 for the movie. But no, I was not left at the altar.
And it seems that many young Christians have adventuristic, perhaps even at times glamorous, unrealistic views of mission work. And there are a lot of struggles and hardships. And I'm sure there were times when you, and in this film, the character Kelsey, felt like giving up. So what advice do you have for young aspiring missionaries? What sustained you and got you through it?
I think when you go out, being aware that there are challenges to going out, because a lot of people have, like you said, they over glamorize it. And I think one of the biggest mistakes you can make is not being involved with the culture, or not being prepared to go in to be accepting of them. Because the more accepting you are of that culture, and the more you can kind of know about it when you go in, the better you're going to have it. I think for me, when I was there, I made a friend out there who really helped get me through the year that I was there. But really connecting with those students and being friends with those students and being involved in my school really helped. And then Jesus and I took a lot of walks, because there was many times where I was like, I'm leaving. I can't do this. This was a mistake, and then something would happen. And a kid would come and say, like, you really helped them, or you'd see a student turn around and you suddenly are like, no, actually my purpose is here, and I'm doing it. And it's looking for those little rays sunshine that are like, you're doing okay. You're making a difference.
And it's really knowing that God has called you to begin with. What do you want people to take away from the film quickly?
I I would love for people to get a sense of the culture. I know that Taiwan's kind of recently been brought into the spotlight a little bit, but I think it's a country that even I was unaware of, really. And so, first of all, like culturally, be able to connect with those people and see there's other cultures out there. But I'd also like people to walk away with this sense that God doesn't always work the way we think that He should. Our everybody's journey is different, and I like to think of God as this map maker, and when you trust the map maker and you let Jesus take the wheel, like you could be off-roading in the jungle somewhere and just go along for the ride with it and see where you end up.
Okay, Sun Moon, the new film about a young American Christian woman's experience in Taiwan, is out only on PureFlix starting May 5th. Sidney Tooley, thank you for taking the time to share about this new film and your experiences. God bless you.
Thank you.